Yes, man. How are we? I've got a new save on the go. As you can see, the Brentford save got corrupted, which is why I stopped making those videos. Um, it was corrupted while I was recording as well, which was an absolute nightmare. So we've done something a little bit different. We're going to start lower down. We're actually going to start as uh, EA Guingamp from the French League 2. They're a team which are actually quite interesting. The population of the city, or the town, I should say, is only about 7,000 people, but they've actually done quite well in the leagues in the past. They've been in the League 1 a few times now. You can see here, this is going back to 1999. They stayed in it for a few years and then again came back up and went back down recently. They've actually won the Coupe de France as recently as 2014 as well, which is nice. It's good. It's a club with a bit of history. They've also got some very very good training and youth facilities, which adds on to the fact that they've actually got quite an extensive list of former players. Um, Jimmy Briand played for them. Mustafa Diallo, Didier Drogba. Um, who else have we got here? There's just a fair few people who have played for them. Jan Ufri, Anthony Knockaert, Bakary Kone, Lauren Koscielny, Florent Malouda, who I think has actually got stakes in the club. And yeah, Claude Michel as well. They've got they've got quite a bit of history. They've got a fairly decent stadium, although it is council owned. Um, so the building blocks are there to make like a proper FM save. We're still going to go down the route that we normally do, which is sort of looking at the data and whatnot. Which you will find a link on how we do those things from a guy called Matty Lewis. It's his blog that I've been following. He actually discovered the old Brentford video recently and shared that on Twitter, which was very very nice of him. And I thought, you know what, let's get another stream on another stream. Let's get another save on the go, and let's get back into FM because I've not played it for a little bit. So we're going to be doing that. We're also going to be doing Matty did a blog about the Monchi method, which is how Monchi, the Sevilla director of football, who's known worldwide for being great, I think he went to Roma and didn't do so well there, and then ended up back at Sevilla. I believe it was Roma. Don't quote me on it though. But yeah, it's sort of like how we identify the targets. So I think for the first half of the season, we're probably not going to sign anyone. Which leads us into the team report that we're going to have a little look at and see what the assistant reckons. Um, Talented youngsters, which is fine because that's part of the club philosophy. They want us to sign under 23 players. Just before we go through the pros, there's not a lot of cons. Wage budget is crap, but that's fine. We're going to move people on. Aerial ability is not great in the keepers. Kicking's not great. So the keepers that we have are just shot stoppers. That's it. They're not more. There's not a great deal of depth. They can't finish very well, which suggests we probably need to get some sort of striker in. Um, Again, the keepers and the positioning. But if you have a look, they're aggressive and committed. They're not lacking in bravery. We can score from distance, so maybe they shoot on sight instruction on. They know how to tackle. The high levels of vision and creativity, good balance, good anticipation. That to me is very good. And then all the rest is sort of just determined group of players, good squad depth, decent flair. That to me is probably leading to like a gegenpress. Maybe not, the default gegenpress, but we want to. So they're saying counter attack or wing play. I think we need to press teams. I'm going to start with this for now. This is my preferred formation on the game and in real life. I tell you what, we've got nice kits, We've got nice kits. That's just my. This is the first time I've seen anything. I went through the inbox first of all, but I didn't look at anything. I just tried to sign a few scouts because obviously if we're going to be doing this director of football and Monchi method, then we need the staff in. We're not going to have a director of football for now. If we have a little look, there's probably not many that would suit this league or be able to do anything um, worthwhile. Let's just have a look. director of. I mean, this is not showing anyone off for matching as 15, so there's this guy, Michel Van Dam. He's very good head of youth development. I had him in an old 1860 Munich save, and he brings through some wonderful players. But we had a little look. He didn't want to come to us because we're too low down. He was formerly at Lille, and obviously we know how well Lille do in real life with bringing people through and whatnot. But yeah, you can have a little look. Unambitious, fickle. There's not really anyone who tickles the fancy for a director of football, so it looks as though I'm going to be doing those responsibilities for now. But yeah, let's just have a little look at the tactics again and sort of see how we're going to work it and what we've got to work with. Let's go for squads view, and there we go. Position. Nikolai Larson. He doesn't look bad actually. I mean, again, it's recent report that we've got two. Okay, he's crap. We've got a good goalkeeper, but yeah, he is just a shot stopper. So we're not vision 7, kicking 9, yeah, passing 10. Yeah, he's just gonna have to be a normal goalkeeper. We've got. I'm gonna say 3. Felix Aboa. He's 15 months, and he's wanted by 11 clubs. And he's a good defender as well. He's only 23. Oh man, he's gonna decline massively. 15 months. Is he Jean-Philippe Gabon? Philip Sampaio, Jeremy Sorban. Not to bring politics into it all, but Jezza, 36. I mean, physically for 36, he's actually very good. And you got to forget we're in the second French division, so a lot of these like 14s and 13s are actually going to be quite high, and it looks as though there's a lot of people. Leeds want this guy, Fulham want this guy, Bayer Leverkusen and Leipzig. So this is Sikun Nayete. He's 21 years of age. Did he come through the club? No, they got him from Valenciennes. Good player, very good player. Good anticipation and good positioning too. Okay, so it looks like we've got a little bit to work with. Jeremy Mallow is a good right back. Yep. Okay. Got this guy as well who can play right back or centre back. He's 5'10". He's definitely going to be the backup. Bordeaux want this guy again. Good. They've got a. You know what? This got Paul George and Tep. If he's as quick as he used to be on FIFA, not 14. Damn. We've got Pele. Brian Pele. We've got Nagaboto. So yeah, we've got a bit of both. Janet Gomez as well. Yeah, you can see the finishing, but he's the only recognised striker really, which I think that's why it's saying that. 11 finishing on both of them. Yeah, it looks like we've got a bit of both us, which is nice. Yeah, it looks as though we can cause damage to teams. I'm just going to look at the affiliates now. They're all lower league ones. Senior affiliate as an option to their players. We'll keep that just in case. Keep that. And that's mutually beneficial, which means nothing. I'm going to ask for a senior affiliate. They'll probably say no because I've only just went there. And then when we get to the top tier in France, we'll probably look for the lower league affiliate to be able to send clubs to, and sort of build around it that way. Let's see then. So Nikolai Larsson's definitely going to be in goal. And you go Nikolai. Is it this guy that looked good? No, it's Mello, wasn't it? Mello. Yeah, Jeremy Mello on one side. We'll sort out all the roles and what not after that. We're just gonna put them in place for now. Siku's left-footed, isn't he? Niakata, yeah, he's left-footed. Can he pass a ball? Division 10, first touch 11. Not really. It would have been a Boa because he actually looks really good, but he's just going to decline massively, which is quite sad. Jeremy Sorban. I'm tempted to put him starting just because of his name. But I think Sampa 13 anticipation, 11 position, and what's Sorban got? 13 anticipation, 13 position, and you know what? Jezza gets in. This position I know just from playing this formation for a while on this FM. The only position or the only role that tends to work there is a ball winning midfielder. If you've got to play with high aggression, I'm pointing at my screen that you can't see it. He's got high aggression, he's got high bravery, good anticipation, really good positioning, good marking, good tackling. He's got 40 in agility as well, despite being 36. He will be very good there. He will literally just win that ball and get it forward to these guys, who will then get up the pitch. That I know that's sort of the best thing to use. He wants to play on the right wing, but we've got Intep, who Ronnie Rodelan as well. God, they've actually not. They've got some like decent old timey French players. Does that make sense? Yeah, Intep definitely on the right wing. I'm going to put him as an attacking winger. Left wing then. We've got Brian Pele. To be honest with you, I think like a lot of these guys who are wanted, we're probably not going to be able to keep hold of because you looked, it was like Leeds and a couple of higher division teams. But again, like the off the ball and their acceleration and the pace is really good. He's also got really, really good crossing and vision. So I think we start Pele and we start it as wingers. Pele sort of more reserved, and we'll have Mello as an attacking right back. We'll have Robocho as a more defensive. Yeah, he's got good stamina though. Striker then, Ronnie Rodelan. Again, not great, but not the worst. Pressing forward in Yannick Gomez. I'm going to start Gomez, I think, just because he's so physical. Like 14, 14, 14. His anticipation's decent. His composure's not great. Got better long shots than finishing. So yeah, I think Yannick gets in for now. We'll change him. Okay. Like I said, again, we've got El Hadji Bar as well. Great. That we've got a few injuries, which is a bit annoying. He looks like a bit of a tank. He's out for 4 months. Yannick Gomez and Ronnie Rodelan. Okay, we'll pick Yannick for now. If we can pick anybody up before we identify exactly who we want, then we will do. I don't think we're going to have many playmakers. Another injury there. He's out for 7 months. Shangama. He is wanted by, again, Lons. League above. Shoots from distance, shoots with power. Very physical. And we've got Guingamp Fofana. He's more of like a sitting midfielder. Valvida. I guess so centre mid definitely a position we need to improve on. He looks alright to be fair, despite being a fringe player. I think we'll put Mchangama in as a box to box. He's going in there as a box to box. I just think he's got the stats and the traits that complement that quite well. And then the next one was another ball winner, but we don't really need that. I think that was Fofana, wasn't it? Yeah, it does not dive into tackles. He's got the stats for it though, so I think he's going to be the backup DM to Romeo. There's a few players who could cover there. Mumbai. He's wanted by Valenciennes again. team that are, probably better than us. Fury would definitely play as. I wouldn't even say he's a box to box, to be honest. He's not strong enough. He's not physical enough. We're gonna put Valdevida in for now. I'm just gonna swap these two around. I think purely because Romeo's job is to basically um, win the ball and give it to a creative player. Valdevida's a creative player. We don't want him running out with it because he's slow. Basically, we put him on defend. He'll sort of just hold that position and then just pass those balls through, which is what we want. We saw from the team report that we're quite aggressive, we're quite good at tackling. So I think we're going to start with an attacker mentality. Mentality on this game isn't necessarily like how you'd expect it. Like if you put attacking on, you'd expect your players to go for it more. It's more about risk. That's the way you're looking at it. So if you take it as like balanced as normal, they'll sort of just play a normal game based on the tactic and the roles. Very defensive means they're not going to take many risks, which means your fullbacks aren't going to go up as much. They're not going to try longer balls. They're just going to keep the ball. They're going to keep possession. If you actually take a look, just to sort of to to show you what I mean by that, if you actually look at Pep Guardiola, I believe it says his player mentality is cautious, um, because passing. Is there any way I can find it? I think I'd have to actually like scout them, um, and be like playing against them if that makes sense to be able to see it properly. But because it's a risk element and they play possession football, um, they don't want to take as many risks. So with a cautious mentality, they'll keep the ball more. They'll pass it round. They'll pass it shorter. So if I was to make a tiki taka formation or tiki taka, I wouldn't do these. I wouldn't do attacking or very attacking because they'd be too adventurous going forward. I'd literally go from cautious to very defensive, depending on how much I value retaining the ball. Um, Purely because we're good at tackling, we're good at winning it back. We've got some fast players. I'm going to go with attacking for now. Um, in possession, we're going to leave it blank for now, because we don't know how these players play. We're not going to play out of the defence because the goalkeeper's not very good at that, and these two guys can't pass very well. What we will do though is we've got quite a bit of flair from what it said, so we're going to be more expressive and we're quite fast, so we'll run at the defence. In transition, we're definitely going to counter press because they're aggressive. I'll leave that for now because I only tend to counter against the bigger teams who come at us a bit more. If we're as aggressive as it says we are, if we counter press anyway, we don't need everyone bombing up the pitch because that's just going to leave us exposed. And we'll tell the goalkeeper he's not very good at kicking. He's going to distribute it to his fullbacks, and he's going to roll it out basically. Don't want him kicking it. He can't really kick it. Out of possession, um, definitely want more urgency. We'll have a higher line of engagement, and we'll leave it at that for now. I'm gonna end it there. It was just a quick introduction into the save. I'm gonna do some off-camera work while this is uploading, uh, and yeah, we'll see what we come back with. We'll see if any of the scouts are in place, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Thank you for watching.